In this screencast, I want to show you how to use Google Scholar. Google Scholar is a really helpful way to find resources and academic research, and it's very easy to use because it really functions the same way that Google functions, meaning that you don't have to have quotation marks around your search terms, and it doesn't really matter the order in which you put the terms. You'll find pretty relevant results for your topic. So say we want to search for organizational creativity. So as you can see, a lot of results come up, almost too many results. So it's a good idea probably to narrow the results, and most of the time in academic research, we're looking for the most recent articles. And the reason is that research becomes out of date very quickly, and scholars are continually building their theories and advancing their research. So one way to narrow the results and look at just the most relevant research is to use this tab on the left-hand side and click since 2015, 18, or 19. So if you just want to look at the very most research, you can click since 2019. And you'll notice that that significantly narrowed our results. So now that you've done that, you will be able to see that everything here is from 2019. But let's say that you want to see everything from the past 10 years, which is a very common way to narrow searches in academic research because usually academic trends and shifts in thinking kind of happen every 5 to 10 years. So you can use custom range, and let's say we want to do 2009 to 2019. You hit search, and you'll see that you have more recent results from the past 10 years. But also notice that the results are not organized by date. So instead they're organized by relevance, meaning that we have 2010 at the very top and then 2011 below that. So it's up to you. You can either sort by relevance to just look at the most relevant pieces to your search terms, or you can sort by date. I typically prefer to sort by relevance just because it makes it a little bit easier for my purposes. And if I'm just looking for everything in the past 10 years, then I don't really need to look for a specific date. But you can also look from just, 2009 till 2010, for example. So you can really narrow your dates any way that works for you. So in order to figure out if an article is important, in other words, is this a significant article in the field of organizational creativity, or is it kind of just an article that was published but not too many people talked about, or it didn't really change the field? One thing you can look at is this cited by and see how many people have cited the article. So in this case, 176 other articles have cited this article by Puccio and Cabra on organizational creativity. And that's probably because it's actually in the Cambridge Handbook of Creativity. So it's a book that is a resource that probably gives people a basic definition maybe of organizational creativity, and so it's heavily cited. But for example, what about this one? So this one is obviously a heavy hitter in the field of organizational creativity because 1,325 other articles have cited it. So that doesn't mean, though, that this research is necessarily up to date. After all, this is 10 years old, so this isn't really the most cutting-edge research on, transformational leadership, creativity, and organizational innovation. But what it does mean is that people talked a lot about it and maybe are still talking about it. Keep in mind, though, that that also doesn't mean that what they're saying is that they agree with it. Oftentimes, articles are frequently cited because other scholars are contesting that research or maybe building upon it and creating more relevant research. So one thing that you can do is if you click on this Cited By tab, you're going to see all of the other scholars who have interacted with that article. So this is really helpful because then you could, for example, sort by date, and you could see how people, even within the past couple of days, like 7 days ago, are interacting with that article. So another thing that you can do is to follow your topic and kind of find out more about it, you can use this Related tab. So if we go back to this example, click on this Related Articles tab, and you'll see that this is bringing up other articles that pertain to your topic. So again, this piece is transformational leadership and performance. Related articles are things like psychological empowerment and job satisfaction, charismatic transformational leadership. So these are all topics that pertain to that original one. You can also search by an author's name. So say you notice, perhaps you're doing some Wikipedia research and you notice that a significant scholar in the field seems to be Amabile, who is a really big scholar in organizational creativity. So you decide that you just want to search for that scholar's name. So now you can see all of the results that have that scholar's name in the results. Keep in mind that it might bring up other people with this last name, but you're looking specifically for creativity, and then these appear to be the correct initials. If you want to be really confident, you can say creativity organization, and you should get results just pertaining to this scholar. In terms of how to get the article that you're interested in reading, you have a couple of options. So one thing that you can do is you can just click on the title, and that will take you to the article as published in the journal. So typically speaking, you're at least going to be able to get the first page or maybe even the abstract, but that's not always the case. The reason it's not always the case is because some articles are behind paywalls, meaning that unless a research library pays for a subscription to the journal, it's challenging to access the article for free. So I'm logged into my school library, so I should theoretically be able to download the PDF, which I could do by clicking this link. Your other option is to click on the right-hand side. If there is a link beside the article, then you can check to see if you can get the article that way. And it will take you directly to the PDF or the HTML site, and you can download it. Now, say you want to read an article that seems pretty significant, but it doesn't look like there's anything online to give you the link to the PDF or the website. So for example, this one, obviously it's pretty significant. It's been frequently cited. So what we can do is we can click on the title and we should be able to see the abstract. So here we have the abstract, and we can also get the citation. So then what you can do is you can copy paste the citation into your browser and see if there's anyone who has this source online. So you can kind of look through and see if you can get it anywhere. Your other option is if you do have access through your school, you can go ahead and copy the citation into your library database search bar, and you can find it that way. Or you can contact a librarian at a research university to see if they can get a copy of the PDF or book for you. Now, in terms of books, you'll notice that sometimes books will be available in full online. And so if that's the case, sometimes that's through Google Books, or sometimes somebody put a PDF up, like in this example. It looks like there's a PDF that a library uploaded of the entire book. So we just covered how to find recent articles on your topic using Google Scholar, how to figure out whether or not the article is important by looking at the cited by, and how to follow your topic and find more research by looking at cited by, related, and doing an author search to find more works by the same author. We also covered how to download PDFs and how to follow links to HTML sites, and what to do if you can't find the article for free online, which is to contact your library. So happy Googling, and I hope this is useful to you.